I wish that I had time to review all the shoes that I wanted to, but most of the shoes that are sitting on my shoe shelf have been sitting there for months, so I figured why not do a session with one of them and let you guys know how it went. This is my session with Fallen's Chris Cole Trooper. First and foremost, have you seen these percentages? Because I've been drowning in the ocean, blah, 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 blah. You see the little animation I made? Subscribe to the channel, because the percentages keep getting worse. Thank you to Adrian, Alex, Bailey, Bruce, Jason, and Preston. Y'all's the homies that just subscribed to the Patreon, and I love y'all for it. If you want your name animated into one of the videos, then subscribe to the Patreon, support the channel. Luckily for me, I used to intern at Vox Footwear, and then the dude that I knew that worked there ended up being at Fallen, and then he hit me up and was like, hey, I know you do the shoe thing. If you want some Fallens, let me know. I was like, hell yeah, I was gonna buy them anyways. So, he sent me some of these Chris Coles. But don't worry. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna tell you everything I didn't like about it, because there was a few things in this session that I'm definitely gonna call out. When I was trying these shoes on, I tried on a 10 and it felt a little loose, so I got a 9.5 thinking that 9.5 would be nice and snug for when I'm skating. Turns out, that was a huge mistake, because 9.5 was way too tight for me, so make sure you get the size that's right for you. But of course, that's my fault, and I think if I got the right size, it would have been a lot better. The shoes themselves were really stiff and didn't give me a lot of board feel throughout the entire session. You can get these Troopers for $63, and on Fallen's website they say, a classic Chris Cole signature model, but redesigned by Cole to fit what he likes most in a cup sole shoe. But y'all gotta fix your website. Offering the original look of the Trooper while maximizing comfort, durability, and overall function. A workhorse shoe, the Trooper is built to last. It has cup sole construction, abrasion resistance outsole, impact foam insole for long-lasting impact cushioning, natural suede plus cotton twill. For a solid shoe like this one, prepare to take more than 1 or 2 sessions to get used to them, because after the first session, I still wasn't really used to it, and I was still falling down doing any flip tricks I wanted to do. It was embarrassing. Nah, I'm just joking. It was fine. I fall down all the time. It's cool. But the fact that these shoes felt so stiff and really firm was actually a plus for me. When the shoe feels very stiff and solid like this, for me it feels as though I have a very high performance skateboarding shoe that with more time would be broken in and still have that solid feeling for a while. And having that stiff feeling last is better than a rock, because rocks are hard all the time. But I didn't get used to it in the first session, because every kickflip and flip trick just felt like it was lacking. Every flip trick that I tried to do felt like I had to try really hard to get the necessary flip that I wanted. And a lot of the time, I kept under-rotating my tricks and just falling down. If I was to guess, I think it has something to do with this extra screen-printed line that's on the toe cap. I feel like it was slipping off the board instead of flicking the board. But by the end of the session, I was able to do my flip tricks fine. It just was super annoying to get used to, because it just like made you have to try harder. I don't want to try harder to do my flip tricks. What the hell? Ow! This shoe is a cup sole, but it's not a very deep cup sole. Typically, when you have a cup sole, your heel is sitting underneath the outsole. But with this one, it's almost like having a vulcanized sole, because your heel's still sitting on top of the outsole. So I had a hard time adjusting the way I did my heel flip tricks with these. Typically, I'm able to do all my heel flip tricks quite easily because they're my favorite tricks to do. But when I was trying my big spin heel flips, I had to adjust, readjust, and adjust again the way I was flipping them, so that way it would come all the way around to my feet.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong, dude. Something's up.
I think the pop or the flake, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
One of the two.
One of those.
The pop or the flake, one of the two. I think speed, a good amount. A pop or the flake is really
okay. I'm gonna focus on both of those right here.
And eventually, I was able to roll away from my glorious big spinning heel flip. I did want to test out the impact protection and these insoles at the park that we were skating, but after struggling with that big spin heel flip, I didn't really want to barrel heel flip that set of stairs or do any tricks down it. So, I decided to just jump over a rail instead. Anytime that I bailed my board, landed on my board, or in any other form hit my feet on the ground, my feet felt fine, so the impact protection on these is very adequate for about a 5-foot high drop. Anything past that, I don't know. You let me know how it goes. I also felt really confident in jumping on any ledges, because whenever I have a very solid shoe like this, I feel like I'm able to get on top of any ledge trick that I want. Even something as simple as no sliding down a hubba. Usually I don't do that, like ever, but just doing that felt really nice and solid because I felt like I had a very solid shoe on my foot. It's Chris Cole's shoe. You think Chris Cole's gonna have a shoe that's not gonna be capable of doing some dope stuff? You think he's gonna put out a shoe with the Skull Grim Reaper thing on it and be like, yeah, this is my shoe, here, get it? No, he's gonna be like, this is my shoe, it better be good. I'm gonna be doing crazy Chris Cole stuff, so it better be able to keep up with me, because he's Chris Cole. In a nutshell, he's amazing, and he's not gonna have a bad shoe. After my first session with these, that was a few hours, these shoes still look really good. Aside from some slight abrasions on the suede and around the heel collar, they're still brand new looking. Any shoe that gets destroyed after one session, guess what? Don't get them. Just throw them away. Go ask for your money back, unless they're really cool looking and you get some fire clips. Other than that, don't do it.
Alright, exclusive content behind the scenes of skating and trying to... I spit when I talk, sorry. But you guys get to see that because this is the Patreon. This is real me. I say stuff like
I'm really glad that we only took the time to get a session with these shoes, because honestly, I don't want to keep skating them because I don't want to get used to them. But if you want to take the time to get used to them, you probably should, because they do feel like it's worthwhile, like they would be really good after you got used to them. I just don't want to do it. Leave a comment down below, let me know what sessions you want next, what shoes you want me to cut in half, what shoes you want one-on-one kickflips, more importantly, what shoes you want to see me do full reviews on next, because you guys pick what shoes I buy for my shoe shelf, and everybody on the Patreon votes on what shoe is going to be reviewed next. So, go join the Patreon, you can vote for what shoe is going to be reviewed next, get exclusive content, and help me out with this channel, and help us grow and everything. And also, love you guys. Have you seen percentages? They're garbage, trash, absolute disgusting percentages, drowning in the ocean. All that stuff. And that's it. Love you. Bye.
Right now I'm doing the first impression, not first impressions, because that's the barracks name that I gave to the barracks. Steve was like, who came up with that name? I'm like, I did. First session with these, and then maybe I'll skate them later. But you guys know I'm skating right now, but the rest of the people don't know. So this is the video for you guys, because y'all really know. But then for everybody else, trying these out, see if we get either.
If you've watched this far, leave a comment saying Niagara Falls. Duh. Bet you couldn't guess what comment it was gonna be. Guess what comment it's gonna be next week. Bet you won't. I already know what it is. It's number between 1 and 5. It's behind my head.